Western Australia Police Superintendent Manus Walsh steps up to the podium. It's been a week since Michelle Leahy vanished. And now, they found her. But no one in that crowd is ready for what he's about to say. We can confirm the body of a woman, believed to be Michelle Joan Leahy, has been located. He says calmly. At this stage, the death is not being treated as suspicious. The cameras click. The air goes still. The story everyone prayed would end with hope, just didn't. October 16th, 3 p.m. A quiet Thursday in Perth. 50-year-old Michelle Leahy leaves the Ramsay Health Clinic at Hollywood Private Hospital. She's calm. She's carrying a small blue bag. She's wearing checkered blue pants, light sandals, a white long-sleeved top, and a baseball cap. She's on her way to an appointment. Just a few blocks away. She never arrives. That's the last time anyone saw her alive. CCTV later confirms it. She was seen walking south from Stirling Highway, down Bruce Street, Nedlands. 3:15 p.m. Just minutes after leaving the hospital. And then, nothing. She's gone. Superintendent Walsh faces the cameras the next day. His tone is tight. Careful. Measured. Ultimately, we have 3 children who are at home, and they don't know what's happened to their mum. The plea is simple. If you saw Michelle, if your dashcam caught anything between 3 and 5 p.m. around the Swan River, Nedlands Golf Course, Princess Road, call us. Because this isn't just another missing person. This is a mother of 3. And her family is living through a nightmare. 4 days, police comb the western suburbs. Volunteers join. Helicopters scan the river. Drones search the bushland. Every lead is followed. But nothing fits. Until her husband steps forward. She's deeply loved and missed by all of us. Says Murray Leahy, her husband. His voice cracks on air. We've reached a point of pure desperation. We're offering a reward, up to $100,000, for anyone that can help find Michelle. $100,000. A staggering amount. Not for justice. For hope. Michelle had traveled over 6.5 hours from Kalgoorlie to Perth that week. Alone. To receive medical treatment. She'd been struggling mentally. Off her medication. Disoriented. She may be hiding, Murray said. She's probably scared, avoiding people, maybe hiding out in back lanes, old houses, little nooks. He's not guessing. He knows her patterns. This isn't a woman running from something. It's a woman running from herself. Each new tip leads to another dead end. Someone thought they saw her near the esplanade. Police check. Nothing. Another caller swears she saw a woman fitting her description near the golf course. Officers rush there. Nothing. The city starts whispering. What happened to Michelle Leahy? Police manage to retrace her movements via CCTV. She's calm. Purposeful. Walking south. But past 3:15 p.m., she vanishes off every camera. No phone signal. No bank activity. No social media. Just silence. It's as if she stepped off the edge of the map. Murray and the children release a statement. It's heartbreaking. We have 3 kids at home with absolutely broken hearts. They're desperate to see their mum return safe and sound. But as days pass, hope fades. The $100,000 reward stands. Search teams expand their range. But the feeling shifts from searching to scouring. By day 5, the public has theories. Lots of them. Some say she may have walked into the bushlands. Others think she might have traveled to Bunbury, 168 kilometers away, where she had family. Others whisper darker possibilities. Did she meet someone? Did something happen near the river? Did she plan to vanish? Friends confirm Michelle was struggling mentally. She checked into Ramsay Health Clinic for help. But something spooked her. She left early. Without her medication. Without telling anyone. For police, that changed everything. This wasn't a kidnapping. It was a rescue mission. Investigators check everything. Her phone, off. Her credit cards, unused. Her social accounts, inactive. One officer describes it as a complete digital blackout. No pings. No trails. No signs of life. Locals say the area around Nedlands can be disorienting, winding paths, thick vegetation, quiet backstreets. Police suspect she may have wandered into a remote section near the water, disoriented. They search the shoreline, the golf course, the backroads. Nothing. Until Thursday evening. Thursday, October 23rd. A week since Michelle disappeared. A police drone picks up something unusual near Bushland off Mount Claremont. A figure partially obscured. Officers move in. A blue bag. A cap. Clothing matching Michelle's description. They call it in. Within minutes, the area is sealed off. And Superintendent Walsh steps before the cameras once again. The body of a woman, believed to be 50-year-old Michelle Leahy, has been found. At this stage, there are no suspicious circumstances. No details are given. No location specified. Just quiet confirmation that the week-long nightmare has ended in tragedy. The drones land. The cameras pack up. But for her family, this isn't closure. It's a wound that won't heal. She is deeply loved and missed by all of us, Murray said again, softly. We just wanted her home. Police rule out foul play. But the public isn't satisfied. How could a woman vanish in daylight, in a busy suburb, and not be found for 7 days? Where exactly was she discovered? How did she end up there? Why was the area missed in earlier searches? The official report stays tight-lipped. But those close to her suggest something deeper, a system that failed to protect someone in crisis. Why did Michelle walk out of Ramsey Health Clinic that day? She'd arrived in a rideshare seeking help. Did she get it? Was she left unattended? Did anyone notice her distress? These are questions her family quietly asks, and the public echoes online. Mental health advocates in WA begin to speak up. They call Michelle's death a preventable tragedy. A case that highlights gaps in patient supervision, post-care follow-up, and communication between facilities and families. She walked into a hospital asking for help, one advocate says. She walked out and was never seen alive again. We may never know exactly what happened after she left that clinic. Maybe she wandered, disoriented, looking for a familiar place. Maybe she sat somewhere quiet, trying to clear her head. Maybe she thought she'd return soon. But the city kept moving. Cars drove past. People walked by. And she faded into the background. Until it was too late. Michelle Leahy leaves behind a husband and 3 children. A family that searched. A community that hoped. And a tragedy that now carries her name. We'd like to thank everyone who searched, shared, and supported us. Murray said in a final statement. We ask for privacy as we grieve. No cameras. No microphones. Just grief. For a week, every Perth radio station, newspaper, and TV channel carried her photo. Now, she's a memory. But her disappearance still echoes. A reminder of how fragile life is. How mental illness doesn't always look like what we expect. And how sometimes, people in pain don't need judgment. They just need to be found in time. Michelle Leahy's story isn't about crime. It's about the silence between cries for help. She didn't vanish into darkness. She faded into a system that couldn't catch her in time. And sometimes, that's the most haunting crime of all. For 7 days, Western Australia searched. A city moved in rhythm with one question. Where is Michelle Leahy? October 16th, 2024. Thursday. Michelle arrives in Perth after a 6.5-hour drive from Kalgoorlie. A long, lonely stretch of highway. A journey she's made before, but this time, it's different. She's tired, anxious, and without her medication. She checks into Ramsey Health Clinic at Hollywood Private Hospital. A private mental health facility known for discreet care. She's seeking help. But something changes in those next few hours. Hospital records confirm she left the clinic around 3 p.m. Voluntarily. Without discharge paperwork. CCTV captures her stepping outside, carrying a blue shoulder bag, wearing light sandals, checkered blue pants, white long-sleeved top, a cap pulled low. She pauses at the curb. looks left, then right, and walks away. 15 minutes later, she's caught again on camera. Bruce Street, Nedlands. 3:15 p.m. She's walking south. Pace steady. Direction clear. And then, nothing. No more footage. No more pings. No one sees her again. At 7 p.m., back in Kalgoorlie, her husband Murray gets the call. Michelle hasn't checked in. She's not answering her phone. He tries calling. Straight to voicemail. He knows something's wrong. That wasn't her. He later tells 6PR radio. She always checked in. Always. Even when she wasn't doing well. By Friday morning, police are notified. A missing persons case is opened. WA police treat it as a high priority. Superintendent Manus Walsh assigns a task force. Drones, patrols, K9 units. All deployed. Significant resources have been committed. Walsh tells the press, "Our goal is to bring her home." By day 2, posters of Michelle cover Perth. Bus stops, cafes, billboards. #Find Michelle trends across local Facebook groups. Neighbors check sheds. Drivers review dashcams. People whisper, "Did she just walk off?" Day 3. Police receive dozens of calls. One sighting near the Nedlands golf course. Another near Swan River foreshore. Both turn out false. But then, a man reports seeing a woman sitting alone on a park bench near the esplanade early Friday morning. Officers check it out. No trace. It's like she disappeared between one heartbeat and the next. Police cyber analysts track her digital footprint. They find nothing. Her phone last pinged near Stirling Highway, the same area she was last seen. Then it went offline. No calls. No transactions. No social logins. She's off-grid, one investigator mutters. And that's never good. "We've got 3 kids at home," he says softly. They're absolutely broken, desperate to see their mum come home. He pauses. Take a breath. We've reached pure desperation. $100,000 for anyone that can help us find her. That number exploded online. People start looking, really looking. By day 4, the story becomes national. Headlines read, "Mother of 3 missing after leaving Perth clinic." Police fear for the welfare of missing woman. TV stations replay her CCTV footage in loops. Armchair detectives flood social media. Some say she ran away. Others whisper of foul play. But Murray knows his wife. She wouldn't just vanish, he insists. Not from her kids. Not from us. At local cafes, her photo becomes impossible to ignore. People memorize her face without meaning to. It's that expression, gentle, unsure. Like someone caught between staying and running. Volunteers search bush tracks near Kings Park. Divers sweep sections of the river. Still nothing. Police widen the radius. 10 kilometers. Then 15. Dozens of officers walk shoulder to shoulder through tall grass. Superintendent Walsh holds daily press briefings. "Our search efforts remain active," he says, his voice carefully controlled. "We're urging anyone with dashcam footage in the Nedlands area to check between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. last Thursday." He avoids speculation. But everyone can hear it. The edge in his tone. They're running out of leads. Day 5. No new evidence. The family's anxiety peaks. Murray's oldest son joins the search teams himself. "We're not sleeping," Murray admits. "Every time the phone rings, I think, this is it. This is the call." But every ring brings more silence. Investigators circle back to Ramsay Health Clinic. They review CCTV. Interview staff. They learn Michelle had been admitted for mental distress. That she'd been disoriented. That she left before her treatment began. Why wasn't she stopped? Why wasn't her family called immediately? No one gives a clear answer. By day 6, police consider one final theory. Michelle had relatives in Bunbury, 168 kilometers south of Perth. Could she have gone there? Road checks are made. Trains reviewed. Bus manifests scanned. No trace. If she left Nedlands, she did it without leaving a single breadcrumb. Thursday, October 23rd. Evening. A police drone operator notices something unusual near Mount Claremont bushland. A blue object, half buried in foliage. Ground units are dispatched. Within minutes, officers find what they were afraid of. A woman's body. Blue bag. Baseball cap. The scene matches Michelle's description. A perimeter is set. The media are notified. And just like that, the search ends. Superintendent Walsh stands before the cameras once again. His face is drawn. Eyes tired. We can confirm a body, believed to be that of 50-year-old Michelle Leahy, has been found. At this stage, we are not treating the death as suspicious. The crowd goes silent. No questions shouted. Just the sound of rain. At home in Kalgoorlie, Murray gets the news. He tells the kids. 3 small hearts break at once. The $100,000 reward, withdrawn. The posters, taken down. The hashtag, stops trending. But grief doesn't fade. We wanted to bring her home safe, he says. We just didn't expect this ending. The community gathers for a candlelight vigil. Dozens hold photos of Michelle. They remember her as kind, quiet, gentle, and as someone who asked for help, but didn't get enough of it. Online, the case refuses to rest. Comments flood under news posts. How was she allowed to walk out? Why didn't anyone follow her? If this isn't suspicious, what is? Police remain firm, no sign of foul play. But the public sees something else. Neglect. Mental health professionals speak up. They call Michelle's case a preventable failure. One psychiatrist tells ABC News, "When someone in crisis leaves a clinic, that's not freedom, that's a red flag." WA Health faces scrutiny. Review boards quietly investigate. But no public report is released. Michelle's death becomes part of a bigger conversation. How mental health patients often vanish between systems. Admitted in distress. Released without follow-up. And lost to the streets. It happens more often than people think. But Michelle's story struck deeper. Because her family never stopped looking. Because the whole state did. And she was still lost anyway. October 16th, 3 p.m., Michelle leaves Ramsay Health Clinic. 3:15 p.m., last seen walking south on Bruce Street, Nedlands. 4 to 5 p.m., multiple unconfirmed sightings near the Swan River. 7 p.m., the family realizes she's missing. October 17th to 22nd, search operations continue. October 23rd, 6 p.m., police locate her body near Mount Claremont. 7 days. From hope to heartbreak. For her husband and children, the story will never truly end. Their house is quieter now. Her coffee mug still sits by the sink. The kids keep her photo on the hallway table. Every sound, a reminder. She wasn't just missing, Murray says softly. She was lost inside herself. Those who knew Michelle describe her as compassionate, creative, and devoted to her children. But behind the smile was pain, the kind only few ever see. On social media, people begin sharing photos of candles under the hashtag #RememberMichelle. Dozens of strangers write messages. Rest easy, Michelle. You deserved better. May you finally find peace. Her story becomes a quiet warning about the gaps between intention and action, between systems meant to help and the people they fail. Why wasn't she found sooner? The search area included Mount Claremont. How could her body remain undiscovered for 7 days? Police never explain it clearly, just that it was dense terrain. But locals know the area well. It's quiet, yes, but not impossible to search. Some wonder if the initial focus on the river cost them time. Others blame resource allocation. The truth may never be known. Murray admits he still dials her number sometimes, just to hear the automated voice. The number you are trying to reach is unavailable. It's haunting, like calling into a void. In the end, it wasn't a crime scene. No villain, no conspiracy, just silence and sorrow. Michelle's disappearance and death may not fit the classic definition of true crime. But it exposed something far more chilling. How easily a life can slip away while help is just meters away. Our thoughts remain with Michelle's family. He says quietly, "This was a deeply tragic case. We appreciate the public's assistance." He walks off camera. Microphones lower. The lights fade. The case closes. But for the Leahy family, the story will echo forever. Michelle Leahy's story isn't about mystery. It's about awareness. About what happens when cries for help go unanswered. And how, even without villains, tragedy can still have victims. Sometimes, the most haunting disappearances don't begin in darkness. They begin in daylight and end in silence. Dedicated to all families still searching for someone who never came home.